It's ticking, it's moving, but it still isn't working. Let's figure out what's going on with this 74-year-old clock. 110 years ago, Cadillac offered clocks in their vehicles already. It was a luxury unit added to the dash that you would have to wind yourself. By the 1950s, and in my 1952 Cadillac Series 62, they have a self-winding clock. And today, I intend to get mine working. I don't really know what the issue is, but I'm hoping it's just been disconnected from power, because obviously if you let the car sit, it's gonna drain your battery. Let's take it out and see if there's any wires connected in the back and go from there. Okay, well, we've got her out of there and we got a terminal here with nothing attached to it. So I would assume that that is going to be power in. And then we've got a couple wires that we're laying around. This is ground right here. But there's this one and a red one. There we go, right here. These two right there. I'm assuming one of them, it must be power. So I'm gonna get my meter and start checking things. Okay, I know I've got a good ground over here. Actually, you know what? I know this is ground. Nothing on that one. That one's 6.5 volts. So the red wire, which makes sense, is the power in. Oh, look at that there. Are you seeing that? Yep, you are. My dash light, or my glove box light, is coming on, so it's attached to this power apparently. And then there's your little push button, turns it off. So that's all working right. So that's good. Let's hook it up to this, and hopefully all it needs is power. You should be able to hear it ticking because they're still mechanical. Huh. If I shake it, I can hear it ticking, but it's not continuing. All right, easy workaround. I got my jumpers coming over here, and same situation, it's not working. So I think I'm gonna have to open her up and take a closer look at it. All right, I may have found the culprit, or something that at least looks suspicious to me, sticking out. There's a burn mark on the side of the cover. So that would go, cover would go on just like this. And I'm thinking something, it's looking like this, shorted or something. Let me explain to you how this works. But it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool. So that should be moving like that if the clock was working properly. So this is your winding mechanism right here. And I can actually, okay, basically, I just wound it. So then what happens, it gives it a little mild wind. And let me see if I can see the other part here. Yes, I think that's it. It's hard to see, but basically that will tick until this little arm here, let me see, okay. There's little points there. Okay, just wound it again. There are little points. You can see them moving right there. So that whole lever system is wound up with the clock, and it will slowly move closer and closer to the points that are right here. I'm trying to be able to show you guys this stuff. And what's supposed to happen is as it gets closer, it will make a contact and energize things just briefly, and it will wind back up and then disconnect again. And that saves your battery in the car. It happens every few minutes, basically. So that's what's not working, because obviously you can tell you can see the gears are moving, but it's just not working. So I think it's my winding mechanism. I need to get it to start winding back up, and I think that has everything to do with this piece of solder right there. Okay, it just stopped. And my points are not making contact. I guess, honestly, if the power is coming in from right there, all I should have to do is touch it, and this doesn't seem to be what's causing the issue. Dang it, that's not ideal. Well, shoot, that's... I was hoping that was the issue. That means I need to figure something out. I need to figure out why it's not making contact. Is the contact's dirty? 6.4. And she stopped. Okay. Let's see here. Now, this coil, I'll point out, is actually darker than this coil. A lot of thinking. This isn't something I know a lot about. I just learned about it last night. I've messed with pocket watches and stuff, you know, but all I can do is look at the mechanics of it and try to figure out what's supposed to be happening. I think clocks are pretty amazing, actually, mechanical ones. I think a lot of older things are quite amazing how people figured stuff out. It might be as easy as the points are just dirty and need to be cleaned. I suppose I can test that as well, because I can check continuity, can't I, between that and that, if it were to? Hi. Good question. Well, let's take some stuff apart. Okay, I've been messing with this thing a lot, trying to test all kinds of different things, power, blah, blah, blah. My points seem to work. I have continuity. I've got all my readings seem to be right. So what I'm suspecting it is if you look at this coil here, it's purple, it's dark. This one is more red. I think this one got hot. There's probably internal damage in there. I believe, it's my understanding that when I put power to it, I should be getting a magnetic pull on both of these. And also you can see how that one is rusted. It probably got hot and burned off whatever coating was on it to keep it from rusting. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that is probably my issue. And that would also explain the dark burn I have on the inside right next to where that coil is. I don't think that's wrong. I was pointing at that before. I don't think they were supposed to touch. I don't think it hurts if they did, but I don't know what the issue is. At any rate, I think I need to pull this thing apart, get even more intrusive with it. Hopefully I don't damage the actual clock, and try to figure out what the actual issue is. Well guys, I am at an impasse. Those little coils are supposed to create a magnetic field at the top right here and right over here when they get power to them. So I connected power directly to them to make sure there was nothing interrupting that, and I'm not getting anything. So I think my coils are damaged. Either they're extremely corroded on the inside, or I have a feeling they probably got hot and there's probably broken wires on the inside. So I'm at an impasse because I can't take the thing apart. I took out screws, nothing pops off here. I can't get this off. I can't take the face off. I tried to undo these screws and pop the face off. That's just not gonna happen. The dials are all there. This mechanism's there with a gear on it. And yeah, I can't see any combination of screws that I can get off from any other part to maybe remove this section without screwing something up. So I really don't know how to get it off. I don't want to ruin it trying. So I think I'm just gonna have to leave it alone, and either something will happen. Either I can figure something out later, or whoever buys it can end up fixing it. But I apologize. I let you guys down on this one. I wasn't able to fix it. In the arms of the angel. But if you enjoyed the experience, please don't forget to subscribe. I promise you I will find other things to fix, and I'll actually be able to fix them.